to me, I go by A. People know me, and they watch my lead too easy when I slay. Stop the competition, finish, then I live. Watch out, baby, you gotta know it. Everyone see I put it down for you. Y'all sipping on me, I put it down for you. All y'all see, I put it down for you.
Perfect that you bring this up because I want to get into your background a little bit. Your parents are both Caribbean.
Yes.
Jamaican, Trinidadian.
Yes.
Is that a peaceful alliance in the kingdom? Is there...
I feel like it's an on-running joke because Jamaicans and Trinidadians are known to butt heads, you know.
Oh, they are?
Who's better?
Okay.
Who's better, Jamaican, Trinidadian? So I don't think it's anything serious. It's just like a small little joke.
Rival.
You know, Jamaicans and Trinidadians like come together, they'll, you know, about who's the better country.
I mean, there's so much music and talent that comes out of both of those places. And I know from stalking your various social media things that you enjoy cooking too.
I love to cook.
Who did you learn to cook from?
I learned by watching both my parents, but my dad, I hope my mom doesn't kill me. Well, my dad is my dad is definitely the best cook.
Oh.
He's an amazing chef, cook, like he's amazing.
Does he cook every day, once a week?
I don't live with my father anymore, so I definitely miss his cooking, but you know, he would cook maybe 3 or 4 times a week, but definitely Sundays he would make a big meal, or like Thanksgiving and Christmas, it would be like a Caribbean Christmas with a bunch of Caribbean.
What's a traditional Caribbean meal that is cooked?
Well, my dad is the Trinidadian one, so it was a lot of curry.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of curry, like curry goat. He did curry shrimp, kalaloo, which is, it's like, I guess I can compare it to spinach, and it has pigtail chopped up in it for like a saltiness. Macaroni pie. There's a difference between macaroni pie and baked macaroni.
Okay.
To let the world know that.
What's the difference?
Baked macaroni is pretty much just macaroni and cheese with like breadcrumbs. So there's not really a hold when you scoop it out. You bake it. You put it in the oven. You put them both in the oven, but you use eggs to
bind it together.
Bind it together for macaroni pie with the cheese and milk. And get a crust on top.
If on your birthday, what would you request? Like, what would be your birthday dinner request?
Curry goat, rice and pigeon peas. You know, Jamaicans use kidney beans or red beans, but Trinidadians mostly use pigeon peas. I love pigeon peas. So, yeah.
If you're listening, Dad, just write that down.
If you're listening, when I'm in LA next, you know.
What is your specialty cooking-wise? What do you feel like is your best plate?
I mean, a lot of people love my mashed potatoes. A lot of people love my mashed potatoes. I cook pilau. I feel like pilau is the only thing that I know how to cook that's cultural. I can make jerk chicken and things of that sort, but I mean, really, really nitty-gritty Caribbean food. I could make an assortment of things, but
you could
definitely,
fake it.
Yeah, definitely. You know, fried dumpling and saltfish. I'm not a fan of ackee, even though you would eat ackee with saltfish typically, but green banana.
Is there a Trinidadian or Jamaican spot in Brooklyn that you'd be willing to divulge to our listeners?
Yes.
And it is?
Bacon things for Trinidadian food, if you're getting a meal, like curry goat and rice. And if you want roti, you have to go to Neil's. You have to go to Neil's or Trinidadian Palace. For Jamaican food, you can go to... I would definitely say go to... There's a spot on the tip of my tongue.
A spot where?
I don't know. I think it's in Flatbush. All right, well, Peppa's, go to Peppa's and
Peppa's
go to...
is legendary.
Peppa's.
Yeah.
For jerk chicken, chop up that jerk chicken.
At any time of the day or night, too.
Anytime. It's open 24 hours, I'm sure.
And sometimes the longest lines, I feel like, are at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you been there,
parties?
too? You have, okay.
Peppa's, man. Peppa's.
Mm-hmm. All right, so in your house, what was the music you were listening to sort of coming up that you remember just always being on?
What I will give to my parents is that I listen to a wide range of genres.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to, of course, soca, reggae, but also funk and techno, country music, R&B, and my sisters, listen to a lot of hip hop. So I was just exposed to multiple genres. Yeah.
Where did you go to middle school? You went to middle school in Brooklyn, correct?
Yeah.
And high school?
Yes.
So where'd you go to middle school?
I went to middle school at Lenox Academy. It's in Canarsie.
Okay.
I grew up majority in Canarsie.
All right. And high school, where'd you go to high school?
I went to Medgar Evers.
Okay. Why are you smiling about going to Medgar Evers?
I did not. Oh my gosh, I did not like Medgar Evers. But there were some amazing teachers, though. I will say that. I had some very strict, amazing teachers.
Why was it problematic?
I think it was just mostly the kids. It was just mostly the kids, but...
How did you get to school?
When I went to middle school, I would walk. It was only 3 blocks away from my house.
Perfect.
And I actually didn't take public transportation until maybe like 10th grade.
Because?
My parents are just protective.
Right.
So I would take, if I wasn't, since Medgar Evers was in Crown Heights and I was in Canarsie, my father would drop me to school.
And when you got into 10th grade and you started to take the subway?
Yeah, my sisters taught me how to get back and forth. Maybe not 10th, maybe like towards the middle of 9th grade. But they taught me how to take the train because they went to that school as well. So they taught me which different ways to take, which ways not to take. And
why was there a way not to take?
Just for safety reasons. Just for safety reasons, especially being like a young woman, young lady, traveling from school, just to take the safest route possible. Okay.
And do you remember how you felt about taking the train? Was there ever times where you felt like, why I hate this?
I actually liked it because it was like freedom.
Right.
It was freedom, but it was also a little nerve-wracking because I wasn't accustomed to the MTA as, a lot of the other children were. I would get lost on the train sometimes, but...
I just today I was asking my son, he's your age, about taking the train, and I felt a little bad because he was like, at first it was stressful, you did sort of kind of worry about.
Yeah, I just didn't want to take. I lived in Canarsie, so I had to take a train and a bus in order to get home, and taking the train, you'll see the stops, but for the bus. There's no stop.
Oh, you have to pay
They
attention.
don't announce the stops.
No.
So you just have to pay attention to where you're going so that you're getting off the right stop or you're going in the right direction. Pay attention to the signs. But once you get accustomed to it, it's kind of just like a routine.
Yeah, no, I'm sure once it becomes boring. Okay, so you are what's referred to as first generation. And your first generations are always... There's always stereotypes like you're very driven, focused on success. You have a lot of pressure from your parents that you clash with them because of the just differences in upbringing. Do you feel a bond with your fellow first generation people?
I definitely do. I definitely do feel a bond. I actually feel like that's one of the reasons why I'm an artist, in order to reach out to those people and be a voice to know that they can follow their heart and be where they want to be. And there's just a difference growing up in a Caribbean household than it is growing up in an American household.
Talk about it. What do you feel like is...
I won't say I won't say it's being strict. It's just, I guess the disciplinary, the discipline is just different. I actually can't really explain it, but it's just different. It's just different.
I've always heard that. What do you think is the difference, Samia? She's same deal. Stricter, right?
The daughters are like super strict.
Yeah.
Like you can't go out.
Yeah.
Boys until like you finish college. That was my.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Like, no, I didn't. I was when I was saying that my parents are very, very protective.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they have to know all of your friends. Get to know all of your friends. No sleepovers. No, you know, you have to meet the parents. And having to meet the parents. And
do you feel like you can recognize somebody who is
Caribbean?
First generation Caribbean?
Sometimes, it depending on their behavior. I can definitely pick up on people's accents. It's very easy. Or
can you do a good Trini Jamaican accent?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can. Will I do it now? No.
You won't? We won't? We can't get a... Okay.
Trinidadian. There's mostly like, all you does want, you know, like things like that. There's like, all you does want to, I don't know, carry on like that, you know? And then Jamaican would be, patois would be, you don't have no manners, you know, like you don't have any manners.
Can you understand both patois if you were fully?
Yes.
Oh,
sometimes if it gets too crazy, if they're speaking too fast, then I'm like,
But generally,
yeah. Generally.
That's a whole nother language. It is. I mean, I'm
always interested. I always ask people like, do you know this song is saying? Do you know this song is saying? And what they'll think it's saying is probably hilarious, but
it's not accurate.
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing I wanted to ask you is, you know what? I'm going to ask you this question about Brooklyn from my son, since he also was born here. He says, what is the most painful change you've seen in Brooklyn over your years growing up here? And we all know Brooklyn has changed a lot.
Yeah. So. Brooklyn is definitely going through like a lot of gentrification and like there's a lot of stores that are shutting down, but I feel like the Caton Market shutting down was kind of sad.
Where is the Caton Market?
It's on Flatbush Avenue. It's on Flatbush Avenue. It's on the corner. They would sell, you know, shea butter and like small designers, and they have the, you know, the flags and the little flag dresses that people will use for Labor Day set up in the front of the yard area. But it shut down.
When did it shut down? I feel like
really recently. I think it's only been about a month or a month and change since it's come down.
And are they going to transform it into something else, or they just shut it down?
I'm not sure. Okay. I've been looking in the grapevine from some community boards, but
yeah, that is tragic.
Haven't gotten them quite yet to tell me what's that.
All right, so I am going to do with you a rapid fire round. We are there. Okay. Are you ready? These are 10 things where you just give the answer off the top of your head.
Okay.
You don't have to. You can take as long as you want. Okay. Your favorite Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella song.
Ooh.
You were a big fan, correct?
Yes, huge fan. What's so fun? Girl, who's marrying me? Okay, I can't remember the name of the song right now, but it's when Minerva. It was when the two sisters were singing about Cinderella. Yeah, they were singing about Cinderella while she was in the little you know, they were having the ball, and her and the prince were outside, and they're just throwing salt and shade. They're just like, why would he ever want a girl like her? A girl who's merely loved. Yeah, they were just jealous.
How many times did you see that movie? Like, what age was that for you around?
I feel like I was in was I in junior high? I don't remember the age, but I watched it a million times.
Okay.
Like, I know the songs, but I also know the script. It's ridiculous.
Okay. Roti with chicken or roti with oxtail?
Neither.
Neither.
It's roti with curry goat.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I just played myself. I thought I was being all fancy.
No.
Okay, how about this one? Patty with or without cocoa bread?
Without cocoa bread.
The cocoa bread seems crazy to me.
It's just too much for me. It's just too much dough.
Would a Jamaican think that's sort of a little bit slanderous too, or is that?
I mean, my sisters think I'm weird.
Okay.
I used to get beef patties with no beef. It would just be crust. They just sold crust, and I would just.
A free vacation to Trinidad or Jamaica? You can only pick one.
Should I get me in trouble? Maybe Jamaica.
All right.
Yeah.
So when you're there, what's your favorite Bob Marley song?
Is This Love?
All right. Switching out of the Caribbean a little bit, and this has been a topic in the news. Are there rules in rap beefs? Recently, Drake tried to argue that there are rules and that Pusha T violated them.
I don't know if there's rules in rap beef because I'm not a rapper. Like, I have to have that background to be able to speak on it. But what I will say is that I feel like there should be boundaries. It's almost like, when people be like, save the women and children. Like, I think it should be somewhere within that. Like, I definitely feel like children should be off limits.
All right. What is it right now, a song that's not yours that it's basically on repeat, that you're listening to a lot?
All Out by Johnny Yukon.
All Out by?
Johnny Yukon.
Okay. Getting into politics a little bit, Ye's alliance with Trump is a bummer or something you could have predicted?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. I definitely could have seen that coming, but
what sort of was the tip-off for you that he was?
I definitely feel like he needs to. I definitely feel like he needs help. A lot of the antics that he does is a cry for help. I do believe he's a genius. Like, he thinks like on another level, but I definitely feel like there's a lot going on right now, and he should be taken out of the light at the moment.
Okay. Speaking of the so-called president, does he make it to the end of his term?
Let's hope not.
Let's hope
not. Let's go vote, y'all.
Yes.
Let's go vote.
I agree. And the last question, are we going to see a woman in your lifetime as president?
I would hope so. And I would also hope that woman is a reflection of the positive change and be able to rectify a lot of what's been undone by Trump so far.
But maybe not in the next election, but sometime.
Yeah, maybe not in the next election. You never know.
Yeah.
But I would hope before my eyes close and I'm not able to see it that I see a woman in office.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was awesome to talk
If
to
you
you.
a bad girl, then you have to back it up. Cause all the funny people, them want have to pack it up. Nobody see me in the street, nobody found me. Me no want a negativity, you come around me. If you a bad girl, then you have to damn